Edo State Deputy Governor Right Honorable Comrade Philip Shaibu joined other Ogbonge people for the Thanksgiving and annual lecture of the former Inspector General of Police Solomon Igiato Arase retired. The Thanksgiving service shall on Wednesday, June 22, 2023 for St. Francis Catholic Church, Ekewan Road, Benin City. Oga Philip Shaibu wey follow Tori people talk after the Thanksgiving service, come thank God for the life of Solomon Arase and say Solomon Arase na one man wey they always celebrate and belle sweet and well as sake of say na Edo man.
Thank God for his life. He's one of those very intelligent officers Nigerian police have ever produced. Even before he became IG, he was already being celebrated as one of the most intelligent police officers that Nigeria have produced. And most importantly, I was excited and happy that he's from Edo State. And you can see as IG how he was able to deal with the issue of security, especially policing in Nigeria. And now, God has also promoted him now to recruit and to be in charge of promotion and recruit officers that will take Nigerian police to the next level and create a real policing system that Nigeria will be proud of. So I'm happy for him, and I pray that God will continue to guide and protect him, give him long life in good health, and sharpen his knowledge of policing and the ideas he has given to him for the betterment of all of us.
Solomon Igiato Arase wey talk to Tori people after the Thanksgiving service come talk say last year he choose security management because of crime matter wey dey affect some local government for Edo State. He come give out weapons to the affected local government to fight crime.
Last year I chose community partnership, in internal security management. When we're having issues with in the various local governments. And I also gave out equipment to the government to help them fight, this year. I have thought about doing the ADR as an alternative to strictly criminalizing matters, especially in Edo State. We've had issues where civil transactions, land matters, domestic issues are criminalized. And I want to tell my former colleagues that there are better ways to handle these issues. If you adopt, ADRO, it's a win-win situation for everybody. Both the complainant and, the suspect. You go home, everybody is happy. Instead of, insisting on, litigation. Litigation does not solve problem. Instead, it creates bitterness, and we don't want that to happen in our state. There's what you call restitution. In some criminal cases, there are restitution. If, for instance, you damage somebody's car, and they take you to court or they slap you, they hurt you, as either malicious damage or grievous hurt caused to you. You can sit down with the person who has done that and say, apologize to madam, and pay his bills, for those damage that you have done. It's better than you say, okay, we'll take you to court. Come, police will say, come today, come tomorrow, come next tomorrow. Then even when you start the prosecution proper, you discover that it is intractable. It goes on and on and on and on. We can sit down, but there are some cases in criminal matters, serious, cases like murder, and ADRO cannot suffice. So we are thinking that simple criminal issues, we can adopt ADRO, and everybody will go home happy, and the policemen will be making more friends instead of getting people worked up.
For the annual lecture of Solomon Igiato Arase, Deputy Governor of Edo State, Right Honorable Comrade Philip Shaibu, will represent the state government, come talk say the state they proud to get this kind man from Edo State, and say Solomon Arase get ogbonge knowledge for policing and reform, and say for the aspect of charity, it is very important as a Catholic member.
On behalf of my governor, my senior brother and boss, the vacancy governor of Edo State, and the good people of Edo State, were highly delighted and happy to know and to have Solomon Arase as our own Edo son. We are very proud of you, sir. And personally, I am excited each time I know that Solomon Arase is from Edo State. And why is that? Even before he became IG of police, he's one of the finest police officer Nigeria have ever produced. Is one man that is intellectually mobile when it comes to reforms and policing. You think they created him with police in terms of what he has to offer and what he wants to do with the Nigerian police. And when people thought Nigerian police have nothing to offer, but when you hear him speak and all the offices he has held in the Nigerian police, check his records, you see that in every of those offices, there's a footprint he has left behind. Reform, reforms, reforms, and reforms. And another part that I discovered with my brother is the charity aspect of life. And as a Catholic, we Catholics know what the meaning of charity is to our lives. Because if you do charity, as a Catholic, we are told that everything that you have done unknowingly, the charity that you have done covers for them. And when this part I didn't know about my brother until when he left the police. And I said, this man is just, he has everything in terms of service and in terms of duty to God. Sir, may God continue to bless you, and may God continue to strengthen you and bless your family.
Solomon Arase country salute give Baba God for in life so far. A constant talk say for the first lecture and award when he do last year, he give out scholarship and award to 8 students from the 7 local governments of Edo South where they study law and medicine.
This is the second edition of the annual lecture series of the Solomon Higiato Foundation, always celebrated on my birthday in appreciation of God's infinite grace and love for me and my family. And he has lifted countenance upon my life. The first edition of this annual lecture series took place last year. The theme was Citizens' Inclusion in Security Management, the Edo State Model, wherein we interrogated the issues, challenges, and future perspective of community engagement and partnership in security provisioning in the society, leaning on the Edo State approach. It was indeed a huge success, and we gave out scholarship awards to 8 students from the 7 local governments of Edo South Senatorial District, studying law in Ambosali University and also University of Benin. We also gave out 1 Sienna vehicle. We gave out 500 motorcycles. We gave out 1,400 customized face caps. We gave out 1,400 customized t-shirts, whistles, raincoats, torchlights. I hope that the Edo State government is applying this in ensuring that our communities are safe. The first edition undoubtedly set a formidable ground for the foundation, and as we are able to critically assess our outcomes and successes in the last 1 year and reverse some of our policies aimed at delivering on our mandate of making a life-changing, transforming impact through educational empowerment of students. Consequently, it was agreed by the trustees that the scholarship grant should be extended beyond Edo South to children of deceased police officers of inspectorate rank and rank and file. And available evidence has proved that oftentimes when the unfortunate deaths of some of these police officers happen in the line of duty, the affected families are usually devastated and most times unable to proceed with educational function training of their children. In this regard, the trustee did not only review our target recipients to include children of late police officers who are already undergraduates, but also to incorporate their children who are already in the final of their secondary education by registering them for senior secondary certificate as well as JAMB examinations. The idea, therefore, is to recruit and continue with the successful ones among them based on excellent academic records, and provide scholarship grants on the completion of their university education. By so doing, the motive as conceptualized, founded on the noble dreams and change of my late mother, by employing education as an enduring asset of self-esteem, empowerment, and excellence in life will be achieved. I must say that the foundation is thoughtfully structured to provide unparalleled opportunities for outstanding students who personal circumstances might otherwise deny them of chances of furthering their education. And we already currently have about 24 students who will be receiving checks. For last year, we talked about the community partnership dealing with internal security management. For this year, we are talking about the benefits of alternative dispute resolution in civil and criminal matters by law enforcement agents. The ADRO has proved effective even in resolving criminal cases of misdemeanor status and has the advantage of speedy settlement of disputes, reduces party expenses and costs and mitigation of likelihood of violence, and above all, ensure a win-win situation for all parties. The employment of ADRO by police officers in the course of investigation will certainly reduce the preponderance of criminalization of civil matters and its consequential effects of litigations against the police and on infringement of people's fundamental rights and garnish others.
Some other Ogbonge people wait under for the event na Edo State Commissioner of Police Adamu Dankwara, Speaker Edo State House of Assembly Honorable Blessing Agbebaku, Vice Chancellor of Uniben Professor Lilia Imoiti Yansalami, among others. From Benin City, A. Carter Ojisoli, TMC TV News.